Welcome to IMG Helping Hands, where we take a deep dive into a topic that's absolutely essential for every international medical graduate or medical student planning to match into a U.S. residency program, U.S. Clinical Experience, or USCE. Now, I know this can be a daunting topic. Terms like Observerships, Externships, and Clerkships are thrown around a lot, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But by the end of today's episode, you're not just going to understand what USCE is. You'll know why it's important, how to obtain it as a student or graduate, and most importantly, how to get the best possible outcomes, like strong letters of recommendation, which are also known as LORs. I'll also share practical tips, real-life insights from program directors and attendings, and even some examples of what to do and what not to do when you are on a rotation in the United States. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get started. The importance of U.S. clinical experience. Let's start with the basics. Why is USCE so important for IMGs? If you're listening to this, chances are you've heard people say that USCE is critical for matching into a U.S. residency, and they're absolutely right. But let's break it down step by step. Bridging the gap between systems. The U.S. healthcare system is different from what you may have experienced in your home country. From patient care protocols to electronic health records and multidisciplinary teamwork, the U.S. has its own set of expectations for physicians. USCE gives you the chance to familiarize yourself with these nuances and prove to program directors that you can adapt and excel within this system. I remember talking to Dr. Smith, a program director at a Midwestern internal medicine program. He said something that stuck with me. USCE isn't just about observing how we do things here. It's about showing us that you're ready to hit the ground running as a resident. And that's the key. USCE helps you transition from being an IMG to being seen as a candidate who fits seamlessly into the US medical system. Letters of recommendation, I'll be coming back to this point a lot because it's so important. USCE is your opportunity to secure strong, personalized letters of recommendation. Trust me, a glowing LOR from a US physician can make all the difference in your application. Programs want to hear from attendings who can say, I worked with this person directly. They were excellent, and I would hire them as a resident tomorrow. Networking and mentorship. When you're on rotation, you're not just gaining experience, you're building relationships. You'll interact with attendings, residents, and even other students, all of whom can provide mentorship and guidance. You never know when a connection you made during a rotation will open doors for you later. USCE and your CV. Finally, USCE strengthens your CV and makes your ERAS application more competitive. In a system where hundreds of applicants are vying for a limited number of residency spots, showing that you've completed US-based rotations can set you apart. All right, now that we know why USCE is important, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the different types of USCE? This is where things can get a bit confusing, so let's simplify it. Externships. What are they? Externships are hands-on clinical experiences where you get to directly interact with patients under supervision. You can take histories, perform physical exams, and sometimes assist with procedures, all while being evaluated by the attending physician. Who can do them? Externships are generally for medical graduates, not students. So if you've already completed medical school, externships are your opportunity to gain clinical skills and impress U.S. physicians. Why are they valuable? Since externships are hands-on, they're highly valued by residency programs. You're essentially showing that you can perform in a real clinical environment. Clerkships or electives. What are they? Clerkships or electives are hands-on rotations for medical students, usually during their final year. You'll work as part of the team, interacting with patients and residents, much like an externship. What you can do. Similar to externships, take histories, examine patients, and engage in case presentations. Who can do them? Only current medical students are eligible for clerkships. Why are they valuable? If you're still in medical school, this is your chance to get hands-on experience in the US before graduation. It's also a great way to secure LORs early. Observerships. What are they? Observerships are exactly what they sound like. You observe patient care, but don't get hands-on experience. You can watch rounds, attend case discussions, and interact with the team, but you're not allowed to touch patients. Who can do them? Observerships are open to both students and graduates, which makes them a flexible option. What you can do: observe rounds, participate in discussions, and learn patient management. Why are they valuable? While observerships are not hands-on, they still give you insight into the US healthcare system and can help you network with attendings who might write you a LOR. Research experiences. What are they? Research experiences involve working on clinical or basic science projects with US-based faculty. While not direct clinical work, research shows programs that you're academically inclined and can contribute to the field. Why are they valuable? Research strengthens your CV, especially if you can publish your work or present at conferences. Plus, it's another way to build strong relationships with faculty members who can vouch for you. So, depending on whether you're a student or a graduate, you'll need to choose the type of experience that fits your goals. If you can get hands-on experience, that's always preferable. But observerships and research can also add significant value. Now let's tackle the big question. How do you actually get these rotations? Step 1. Before you start your search, determine what type of USCE best aligns with your goals and current status. Are you still a student? Electives or clerkships are ideal. Are you a graduate? Externships or observerships are better options. Do you need research experience as well? Consider research electives. Step 2. There are several pathways to obtaining USCE, and you'll want to explore them all. University-affiliated programs. Many U.S. medical schools offer electives for final year students or observerships for graduates. Check their websites for details on eligibility, application deadlines, and costs. Tip: programs like VSLO, Visiting Student Learning Opportunities, streamline this process for students. Private rotation providers. Organizations such as IMG Helping Hands specialize in arranging clinical experiences for IMGs. While these come with fees, they often provide guaranteed placements, visa support, and mentorship. Direct hospital applications. Some hospitals and clinics allow IMGs to apply directly for observerships or externships. Example: Cleveland Clinic's observership program offers structured opportunities for international doctors. Networking. Reach out to alumni, faculty, or peers who have completed USCE. Referrals can open doors to opportunities. Pro tip: attend medical conferences or IMG workshops to connect with attendings and mentors. Cold emailing and cold calling. This requires persistence. Identify physicians or programs that interest you, then reach out with a concise, polite email. Dear Dr. Smith, I am an IMG from Egypt who recently graduated. I admire your work in internal medicine, and I would be grateful for an opportunity to observe your practice or assist in research. Tips for securing competitive rotations. If top-tier programs seem out of reach initially, start with community hospitals or private clinics. Every experience counts. During interviews or application processes, express genuine interest in the specialty and the attending's work. Keep track of all deadlines, documents, and communications. From your emails to your CV, ensure everything looks polished and well prepared. Platforms like LinkedIn can help you connect with physicians who might offer rotations. Let me share a quick story to motivate you. One of my friends, an IMG from India, struggled to find rotations initially. She started with an observership at a small clinic. During her time there, she impressed the attending with her work ethic and curiosity. That attending introduced her to a colleague at a major teaching hospital where she secured a hands-on externship. Fast forward, she matched into her dream internal medicine program last year. Her key takeaway? Start where you can, give it your best, and build connections. Sometimes one door opens another. Pre-rotation requisites. Before starting your USCE, there are a few things you absolutely need to get in order. Trust me, preparation is everything. This usually includes hepatitis B, MMR, varicella, Tdap, flu shot, and COVID-19 vaccines. You might also need to get a recent PPD test or chest x-ray to rule out TB. Some programs will provide this for you, but others may require you to purchase it yourself. Always have valid health insurance during your stay in the US. Ensure your CV is polished and up to date. Highlight relevant experiences, clinical skills, and achievements. If English is not your native language, some programs require TOEFL or OET scores to assess your proficiency. Housing and logistics. If you don't have friends or family nearby, look for temporary housing options like Airbnb, short-term rentals, or university dorms. Some programs offer housing. Research public transit options or consider renting a car, especially if you'll be in a city with limited public transportation. Buy professional attire. Think scrubs for hospital rotations and formal wear for clinics. When in doubt, always ask about the dress code beforehand. A quick story. When I was chatting with Dr. Brown, a hospitalist in New York, he told me about a student who showed up on day one in jeans and sneakers. Not the impression you want to make. Always look professional and prepared. How U.S. clinical rotations help you in networking. This topic is something close to my heart, and if you're an IMG or a medical graduate pursuing residency in the U.S., it's going to be super important for you too. We're talking about how your U.S. clinical rotations can help you network. Now, I know the word networking might make you think of awkward conversations, business cards, and people scrambling to make connections. But trust me, in medicine, networking is about so much more than just who you know. It's about building genuine relationships that can open doors for your career, and clinical rotations are the perfect place to start. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make the most of your rotations to network effectively without feeling awkward or fake. First things first, why is networking so important in medicine? You might be thinking, I just need to study, work hard, and the rest will follow, right? I get it. I used to think that too. But here's the truth. Medicine, especially the residency match process, is about more than just your scores and CV. It's about people, the connections you make, the impressions you leave, and the mentors who advocate for you. When you step into U.S. clinical rotations, you're not just there to observe or learn. You're there to show the team who you are and what you bring to the table. And trust me, the relationships you build during this time can help you in so many ways. Strong letters of recommendation. Attendings who know you well can write glowing, personalized letters that set your application apart. Mentorship. Guidance on career choices, research opportunities, or even interview prep. Residency insights. Ever wondered what a program is really like? Your mentors and fellow residents can give you insider tips. Future opportunities. Whether it's observerships, research, or even job offers, your network can help unlock doors you didn't even know existed. I'm going to break this all down for you, step by step. Before you even start your rotation, you need to lay the groundwork. Networking doesn't just happen. You have to prepare. Here's what I mean. 1, know what you want. Are you looking to impress for a letter of recommendation? Do you want to build a long-term mentor-mentee relationship? Are you hoping to explore research opportunities? Write down your goals so you can stay focused during your rotation. 2, do your homework. Learn about the hospital, the department, and the attending you're rotating with. Check out the attending's bio on the hospital website. See if they've published research or are affiliated with residency programs. Knowing this will help you connect more meaningfully. For example, let's say you're attending published a paper on diabetes management. If that's something you're passionate about, you can bring it up and ask insightful questions. Trust me, they'll appreciate that you took the time to learn about their work.